What's good, guys? No doubt you guys are creating dope content. And I tell you what, it is mad inspiration for someone like me who is just out, probably just like yourself, independently filming small projects here and there. I have a few questions for people like us. Do we really need the best camera that we can possibly get? In other words, should we be dropping, 2 grand on cameras? Or maybe do you feel as a creator we can possibly get away with something a little bit more financially sensible when it comes to the latest and greatest camera? As of right now, it's about the middle of December, and as of this date today, we have the GH5 II, we have the GH6 that's supposed to come out within the next 7 to 8 months. We have all of the Blackmagic Pocket cinema lineup of cameras ranging from the 4K, the 6K, the 6K Pro. We have the EOS R, the R5, the release of the A7S III. All great cameras, I get it. All of them are stupid great. Some of them now are even, ranging up into 6K, 8K, 60 frames per second, and 4K is pretty much standard as of right now, middle of December 2021. And so with all of that I just said, my follow-up question to all of that is, do you need that? Do I need that? Let's make this personal, so it's not like I'm trying to attack you while you're watching my video. And so I think to myself, do I need 4K 60? How often am I using it in my workflow? And just so you guys have a little bit of context as to the type of stuff that I do local events, I do some weddings here and there, maybe 2 or 3 a month. My passion is actually in music videos, so 4K 60 does definitely look appealing. And so just basic videography slash filmmaker stuff, right? The only filmmaking I would consider that I do is the music video side, which is like short movies, short films that maybe prelude the actual music video, or it may have an interlude or an outro or something, and then I'm telling a story throughout the music video. So to me, and just in my opinion, you may obviously disagree, but to me, a music video is a short film. Now, outside of all of that, I would say if I had to encompass all of my work into like a pie chart, I would probably say a good 50% of the work that I do is music videos. And then the rest of the 50% would probably compile more of like just projects that put food on the table, right? Some of the projects that pay the bills, like weddings, events, birthday parties, small commercials for small businesses, etc. So what I plan to do for this video is hopefully take you down my thought process into, do I need GH5s, or do I need another Pocket 4K? Do I need a 6K Pro? Because right now I'm currently, like, my A camera are the cinema lineup of Blackmagic cameras. And then I have a GH4 currently right now, which I actually previously owned a few years ago, which when I first started videography or making films, I had a GH3, actually I had 2 GH3s, and then a GH4 as my main camera. It's about 4 years ago. And so long story short, I ended up upgrading to a Sony a7 III, and then from the Sony a7 III went to the Blackmagic Pocket 4K, went through a ton of different types of lenses from vintage to Canons. I'm currently right now shooting on an Olympus as my A cam. Right now, this lens that you're watching me through is on the GH4 actually, with a 12 to 32 Lumix lens, just the regular native lens at f2.8. And so since purchasing, or should I say repurchasing the GH4, I'm actually finding out that I really don't need all of the things that Blackmagic Design is doing for me on the Pocket 4K side, which is the RAW, which is also the 4K 60, the number of aspect ratios that I rarely use. The only thing I use is really 4K DCI. If I do need to shoot 120, I do drop down to 2.7, but that's a rare occasion. Just recently did a wedding last week in which I had a Canon 77D, a GH4, I had another shoot on a Pocket 6K, up 2 Pocket 4Ks. And it just kind of started to get the gears turning in my head as far as what I'm able to actually charge clients And what do they know about cameras and actually care about? Clients care about whether the footage looks decent, whether it looks good. They don't care if they don't know what the bit rate was shot in. They don't know if you shot it in 2.7K and then upscaled it to 4K in post. They don't know if you shot 96 frames per second on the GH4 in 1080 and then upscaled it to 2.7K in the final project. They don't know any of that. That's our job in order to disguise some of the weaknesses that we may have in some of our cameras, like the iPhone, and then collectively be able to mask some of those things that we're saving money on our end in order to still be able to produce something that's very similar to as if I shot something on 6 pocket 6Ks or 6 A7 S3s. Trying to cop another GH5? I see you. Tell me what your thoughts and feelings are below, man. I think I'm probably gonna ride out a couple more GH4s, wait about another half a year, see what's popping off with the GH6s. I don't know, we'll see. If you click right here, you can check out some of my settings using Cine D. I also have part 2 of that video coming out soon, which is going to touch on how to shoot cleaner vlog, as well as how to shoot the cleanest 96 frames per second in 1080 on the GH4. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see y'all in one of my next ones. Peace.
Built in, you found love, why you cheating? She know that I'm never leaving. They won't beef, but they vegan. I don't know why they on that, get a pack.